Previously on Mechanists RPG.
Sir, I received a note with this poison inside the hilt of a dagger, and I am very much concerned as to where it came from and what it might contain. I sense that you are a man of intellect and somebody who appreciates a good mystery. This is one mystery I am eager to solve. Would you be interested in helping me discover the answers to this? I would greatly appreciate your help, and I would respect you eternally for all that you have done.
Wow. You're nice.
GG.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, why
I got
thank
teary
you
during
guys,
that.
sir. I would just, what a profound mystery. That would be quite interesting to try to discover this. I will definitely, what do we require? How do we begin these tests? As you discuss what chemical properties to test next, you realize that this test is likely going to take all day. It seems Adam Dana is in front, and he's a decently sized man. He's like 5'8", 5'9", and his brown hair is kind of messy, but he doesn't look intimidating. He's a little pudgy. He certainly has a certain amount of charisma about him, but he's not a fighter. He doesn't seem to be especially adept at anything.
And now, the adventure continues.
Alright, is it time to go to the feast?
It is time to go to the feast. So, do you guys want to go in right away, or do you want to be fashionably late?
I would like to wait outside for Dino to rejoin us.
Okay.
Will he make it in time for the feast, or will he be really late?
He won't be really late. That was me, sorry.
I'd like to go sit and eat.
Are we in front of or behind the tall hearts?
I don't know where you're sitting at.
I think you meant in
in the procession.
Oh, the tall hearts were ahead of you.
Alright, so I can't wait and then just say hi if they pass. They're already inside.
No, and they might not already be inside of the feast. They might have gone back to their turning grounds for a moment, and it might be a good idea. A lot of people are changing out of their armor and just wearing nice clothes, and you're certainly dumping off your horses and banners and things. So that might be a good idea. I mean, you could certainly go in fully armed and armored if you wanted.
Nope,
to,
I changed clothes.
It might be a little suspicious. It'd be odd
for us to what?
To wear all of your nice heavy armor into the feast.
I'll change back into my normal robes and bear hide.
Traveling clothes, nice. Okay. So
I put on my white cloak.
once you enter into the feast, again, Harold says, "How's Mechanist?" Although, yeah. I should say, while you're still at the turret grounds, Daniel rejoins you.
Hey-o.
And so,
do I get to find out what I found out about the poison?
Yes. Actually, let's, in that case, just flash back to the results of your tests. So, after you've boiled off a lot of stuff, there's a clean white powder remaining.
Oh.
After you've finally boiled off all of the liquid. And so now you should roll knowledge to figure out which of the poisons it probably is.
Edumacation as well?
No, just knowledge will be fine.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Okay, so you succeed. Technically, you succeed with 1 degree of success. Interestingly enough, although your character doesn't know this, Ulfric's hunch was right, and it appears that the liquid was Tears of Lees.
Damn.
Which is an extremely expensive, extremely potent poison that if any of you normal people had ingested that amount of Tears of Lees, you probably would have died. and Ulfric would have probably escaped with his life, but narrowly it would have been.
The rest of us are like...
I would like to roll logic to see if I can figure out who would want to give me specifically that.
Okay.
$23.
It is unclear on why someone would specifically give you Tears of Bliss.
Okay.
It would be suspicious, probably. No doubt they're trying to set you up so it'd be like, hey, this person has a poison, but
I dealt with it.
But you did.
Okay.
You did. So so it's unclear.
Would you like to try this?
No, thank you. Thank you, though.
It's unclear why someone would give you that poison in particular, but obviously someone's trying to frame you for having poison.
Okay. I'd like to leave the powder with the maester.
Okay.
And not take it with me, and the vial.
Okay.
However, I will take the dagger with me.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Mr. Maester, for your help.
Okay.
I'm sorry I won't be seeing you in the conclave, but you have done excellent work here today, and I wish you the best in your career.
You aren't going to go to the conclave?
I am. He's not.
Oh, are you going to take him with him?
Oh.
Take it with him? Take him with you, sorry.
I didn't understand that, but apparently when he brings that up, I'm going to say, of course, I'd be delighted to have you join us. I simply didn't understand.
Okay, so that's fine.
I'm a dumbass.
He
Let's be honest.
he's gonna sit there and he's gonna take notes and he's gonna take notes for you.
Cool. Excellent.
Just gonna be your mastery page. So it'll be fun. So you leave and you rejoin the rest of your party at the tourney grounds right before the feast is set to begin.
I would suggest, while they have been waiting for me at the turning grounds, that Healbot does his endurance test to see if he can heal a wound.
Yes, yes, you should do that.
What do I have to get up to?
A 6.
Since you're not doing anything.
Nope. Oh, I got a 7. Yes. Okay.
Succeed with no critical success.
So can he heal one wound just from succeeding?
I forget. Do you still have the healing stuff in front of you, guys?
What do we need to know?
Healing.
With endurance.
Yeah, healing with endurance. What's the test he needs to succeed?
Since he's been resting, he just needs to pass 6, and each critical degree of success is another injury healed.
Okay.
So just one.
So he heals one injury.
Okay.
Alright, let's go to the feast.
Feast.
I almost don't even want to go to this feast. I hate this city. This is why I live in the wild.
This is
for
why we
a
don't
reason.
take you.
Should have told Lord Sassy we didn't want to take you.
Okay.
Got it.
So, you walk into the feast, and the herald shouts, "House Mechanist," as you enter, but nobody really looks up. No one. Yeah, it's fine. And so you sit down, and you're able to sit reasonably next to the Tall Heart party. And so there are a couple people over. But you can see them, and so you can interact with them if you want. Brian Telson comes and finds you, and he sits with you as well. You can roll awareness to see if you can see the Danets, but you can also see House Lugas's party sitting a couple of rows of tables away from you, so you can see them. But you won't be able to easily interact with them unless you specifically seek them out.
I
Rolled a 16.
Okay.
12, 15.
21.
Okay. So you are able to see the Dana party all the way across the Great Hall from you. But you aren't able to, you certainly won't be able to easily interact with them. You'd have to specifically seek them out. in order to talk to them. And it seems you did have a really good roll. So it seems Adam in particular doesn't seem he's not merely enjoying it like everybody else is. He's not drinking a lot. He's sticking to a cup or two of wine, and he's kind of picking at his food. He's not really eating.
I would like to go over and greet them.
Okay. The Danets?
Yes.
Okay. Roll agility.
Whoa, you're gonna go talk to the Danets? Have
Agility?
you seen how those
Agility.
conversations go?
I would like to.
It's a crowded feast hall.
I would like to follow behind him
Okay.
quietly.
She also gets agility.
I'd like
You
to
also
blend
roll
in
agility.
and stay around them as well.
7.
Okay, you stand up to go greet them, and as you stand up and start to walk, you crash into a waitress who was carrying several pints of ale, and it all crashes all over you, all over both of you. So now you are sitting on the ground,
Both of us.
and there is a tavern wench in your lap, and both of you are soaked with ale.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17, so you saw
got
this
over
coming,
that.
and you were able to step back.
Yeah, I'd also say I
So
got
you
out
are
of the way
not
because I rolled
And an ale
a
splash.
25.
Okay, you also were not splashed.
So you make it over to the den, so we talk.
I would like to say that I went and sat at a table near enough that I could hear their conversation.
So you're listening to the Danets?
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Bob has a girl in his lap.
I would like to pick Bob up on the floor and
I would like to resist for just a moment,
tip-
and then...
tip the waitress that he knocked over with 3 silver.
Okay, first roll athletics to see if you're able to pick Bob up. Nope.
11.
Okay, you're easily able to pick Bob up. To pick up Daniel. And then, yeah, it'll just be automatic. You tip the waitress if you suffer. So now you're trying to listen to the Danets roll. What is
Awareness?
blend in? What is blend in? You have to make sure you're still in stealth.
Oh, it's stealth.
It is stealth? Okay, roll stealth blended.
Okay. Nope.
What'd you get?
What'd you roll?
16. Nope.
Okay, that's enough. It's fairly easy. There's a lot of people.
Okay,
It's a
loud.
lot
I
of
rolled
noise.
12.
It's really loud. It's a lot of stimuli. That's still enough.
Okay.
If there's a lot of stimuli, you're able to pretty easily sit there and listen in. So you're going to try to roll awareness to listen into their conversation?
Yeah, in the original getting to that table, I actually only rolled a 21. Because I didn't minus my 3 originally.
You said
That's still
21,
fine.
I think.
That's still fine.
I've been forgetting to minus my 21s. My 3, so I'm going to remember to do that every time now.
Okay.
No matter what.
That's fine.
And if I don't, I'm going to make you replay something. I get critical ones. 2 ones, and I'm like, oh, I got a 0.
But I kept those dice, so we can do it.
Yeah.
So roll awareness.
Oh, do it now? Okay.
Yep. To see if you learned anything from the dance conversations.
15, 20, no. 10. Oh my gosh, I can't even count. 15. I got 15 minus 3 is 12. I got 12.
Okay, that's barely enough. So,
God, I can't count.
you see that Adam Dannett is refusing to really talk to anyone, even members of his own party. He's being very brusque, and he's shunning any attempt at conversation. Everyone else is kind of awkward because of how negative Adam is being. You also see Reuben Piper is there, and he is trying to chat up people around him about cool or interesting places he's been. He's being like, "Oh yes,
This is where I flirt, boys and girls.
I once was able to go to Essos, and it was talking about selling spices to people and other places of the world, and no one's really listening."
And everything is free here?
What?
Everything is free here?
Yeah, at a feast, everything's got for
Brilliant. I stand up. I call for however many is at the table around the drinks.
If you do this.
Yeah, you're out of stealth. You're dead.
That's fine. And I sit right down at the table with a big round of drinks that comes around, and everybody gets a drink. And I say, "Good day, my friends. I'm great. I'm happy to be fighting you and winning and losing to you in the great contest tomorrow."
Okay, Bob and I would like to roll agility to try to get over there too, to keep his...
Go for it.
To keep
I think
him
our
out
guy
of too
is shit
much
as well,
shit.
because he has the giant strength.
I'd also roll agility to see if I can beat them. To
No,
the table.
You're already at the table. We're just trying to join you.
If they join you, you'll roll awareness to see if you know.
No, I just knocked over another barkeep. That was a 6.
Okay, well, I'm there. I got a 15.
So you're there. You just abandoned him. He's fine.
Daniel.
Daniel's trying to navigate around through
It's the
rows,
same one, too.
and he turns in and he smashes, and this smashes into a girl, and this time, it is the lemon cake girl. So now he is sitting on his butt, and there is white lemon cake frosting all covering him, and the busty tavern lunch that is in his lap.
Icing and winches. Who wouldn't?
Okay, so that's happening.
It's better than urine, my friend. It's much better than urine.
That is objectively true.
What's hilarious is in the storyline, this section is called Unjust Desserts. Okay, so you are trying to go over there. You are trying to talk to them. What are you trying to do?
I'm not trying to do anything.
I don't have
any agenda behind this.
He's just trying to get the loudmouth guy to talk.
Yeah.
More.
You're trying to talk to Reuben Piper?
No, I'm trying to talk to everyone at that table and see what's going on.
Okay.
And honestly, these are all soldiers. All of them are guys who want to drink and want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Now, objectively, they all know that I flipped down my Mechanist things. I have this cloak for a reason.
So, they obviously know that you're there, and they obviously know that this is a weird thing for a random stranger to be doing at a feast.
No. I'm sure this is happening all around. Like, people are sitting down to talk, they're having conversations.
You just made a huge show of it.
You just made a huge show of, like, moving across tables to get there. It's just like people talk to strangers next to them, but very rarely are people getting up and trying to move tables, because that's what happens when you try to get up and move tables, and you
gotta be savvy on your feet. Unlike this guy.
So,
horny old fart.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how I sing.
At least it wasn't urine. That's all I'm saying.
It is yellow. So all the guards bounce between looking at Adam Dana and Reuben Piper. They're like, what is happening? And Adam Dana just like huffs out of his nose, and he grabs his goblet and he kind of just sits back and stares in the opposite direction from you.
Sounds about right.
And Reuben Piper just kind of stares at you questioningly. He's just like, Are you lost then there, laddie?
I am a bit lost. You see, I saw this table and I saw everybody having not so much of a fun time, and I thought, why don't I sit down and see if I can cheer everyone up with some drinks? You don't need to accept these if you don't want them.
Is that deception or persuasion?
It's persuasion.
Doesn't matter.
Because you're not lying. You're not lying about wanting them to have a good time, are you?
No. I got a 9.
Okay, so he's like, Reuben Piper, the guards are now looking between Reuben and you.
I can leave if you want me to.
And Adam Dannett certainly isn't looking at you at all. And no, he's gone. He's staring so far away from you. Yeah, so Reuben Piper's looking at you, and he's like, well, we've been having a lot of things been happening to this house. We're not in the mood for merrymaking just yet. That will come later after the King's Justice.
No, it's not the time for merrymaking. That comes later.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'll leave you alone, but please take these cups and know that I'm excited to have a good right old challenge with all of you. Who here is the archer? Is anybody an archer here?
Roll awareness.
17.
No one's an archer.
Were you gonna say no matter what?
Yeah. The Danettes aren't participating in the archery contest.
That makes me sad. I was hoping to participate against you, but all right. I stand up, and I saunter as though I'm been drinking, but I'm definitely not drunk.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll
Deception.
in agility or deception.
Roll deception first.
7, 6,
Okay.
5, 4, 3.
So you overcompensate, and you pretend that you're like stumbling, and you obviously are pretending.
Cool.
So there's that. Now roll agility.
Oh god, this is it.
Yeah.
I got 10. I got 7.
Okay, yeah, you're done. So you run into people. You accidentally like drape yourself over random nobles. You accidentally put your hand in people's food, and then finally you run smack dab. You're just like trying to stumble and pretending you're drunk, and then suddenly you hit a person like hitting a brick wall. Just like thump, and he puts you on your butt.
Can it be our guys?
No.
Damn.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I do
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Oh, I know who it's friggin' gonna be.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry.
Oh, frick.
And the man slowly turns around.
And it's John Cena!
Do 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 do.
And Sir Gregor Clegane the Mountain Who Writes just looks down at you on the floor
I got a 19.
and growls.
I'm gonna roll
Can I
agility.
stand up real quick?
I'm gonna roll agility and just disappear. I'm gonna run like
on my ass right now.
motherfucking hell.
I would like to roll to get within reach of him in case something
Okay.
goes wrong.
Okay, roll agility then. And why are you rolling?
I want to stand the hell up and out of this poor girl's lap so I can get out
11.
of there.
How close is Bob to me?
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
Darn.
Oh, hell, 3.
And then blend in.
I think I just fell further on my ass.
So
Shit,
he
I'm
saved
screwed.
immediately. He just on his butt and just stayed out, and he immediately just rolled over onto his belly and scrambled away.
That
Scrambled away like a turtle.
I only got a 9.
Okay, that's enough. You scramble away, and then you roll under a table.
Yeah. And then I come back, I sit just directly up. I just kind of slip into a sitting spot and just go.
This is like Buster Keaton slapstick right now.
I was out. Once that happened, I was like, oh shit.
Who knew?
This is why we
George R.R.
can't have
Martin
nice
knows
things.
comedy.
This is why we can't have nice things, as our guy says.
Literally.
And so
Our Gaius, we all say that.
and so just made me lost my train of
Sorry.
thought. The mountain turns back around, and he sits down, and he just continues drinking.
I'm gonna watch the mountain from I'm gonna have 2 eyes. Both of them are gonna go like this. One's gonna look that way and look at whatever his name is that whoever's table Danet, and then the other one's gonna look directly at the mountain. And everybody who's sitting directly in front of me is just gonna see my eyes looking different ways.
I want to see if he's noticed under the table when it's crossed eyes.
he pulled himself up. He said, "Okay." So during that mess, I lost track of where people were. So you, are you still under the...
Oh, I rolled a 3 when I
You rolled
was...
a 3? Okay, so you attempt to push yourself up, but instead of pushing down, you push out, and you basically just cop a ginormous feel onto
Whoa, say it
the
again?
challenge. He starts fondling.
Okay, cool.
Rolled a 7.
You roll a 7 for agility. Okay.
I could have
Yes!
What would you have done if
So-
I rolled snake eyes?
Something worse.
Roll a d20.
Someone just stepped on you.
You you were trying to move closer to 8th, right? So you accidentally tripped on a passing serving girl, and you fall face first into someone's lap.
We may as well be drunk. I would like to roll awareness to see if I recognize the noble whose lap I'm in.
Okay, roll awareness.
Oh yeah, I'd like to roll to see who I'm around.
I'd like to roll to know if
17.
she's having a good time.
You know that the noble whose your face is now in his lap is Sir Edmure Tully.
That's always
I'd like to roll to find
And,
out if the serving girl's having a
could
good
be
time.
worse.
Roll awareness empathy for that.
Hell yeah, I can 5 times.
So you know that Sir Edmure Tully makes a weird noise, and tries to sit you upright, and he's blushing as hard as you are.
I rolled to see who I was sitting around. I rolled a 16.
Okay, you're sitting next to. You seem to be smack dab in the middle of the fray party. So there's a whole bunch of weaselly faced, lots of men, lots of cousins. And they're all constantly squabbling and making disgusting, horrible chewing noises, and it's very obvious that they don't go out into public very often because their manners are atrocious.
Okay, cool.
And I rolled a 20.
On everything, so
She doesn't mind at all.
basically, she's making noises like, it's just like, we really shouldn't be doing that, but you know that she's not. She doesn't really mind. It's not her first rodeo.
I'm genuinely red in the face right now.
Alright.
This is so bad.
Okay.
That was bad. This was just a bad.
Oh,
God,
it's
we
been
shit.
bad all day.
I'm gonna get up and leave.
Okay. Try to go back to where the house Mechanist is supposed to be sitting?
I'm leaving.
You're leaving. You're GTFOing. Okay. You're going to have to make 2 agility rolls. You're going to have to make one to see if you get out of that particular row.
Oh shit. 9. I got a 9.
Okay, barely. So you're able to dodge and weave your way through. And then now, so you exited out. But now you're right where most of the traffic between serving people are. You're like right at the mouth of the kitchens. So you have to pass through that. Where there's a whole bunch of people coming in and out. Serving.
Can I roll
serving
blend
dishes.
instead?
No. You're trying to dodge people through. You're not trying to blend in.
I
If
got a
you're trying
9.
to blend in, you would be going into the kitchens, and then you'd have to start working. You have to take things out and serve people.
Yeah, I got a 9.
You got people 9. Okay. You.
Hello.
You create the largest
Mass
Pile up.
pile up of serving people.
Sounds about right.
To this day, bread is flying everywhere. Soup pots are now splashing to the ground and going everywhere.
I'd like to curl up and just fall right in the middle, just have everyone fall on top of me.
Can I roll awareness to see if our fighting companions notice and don't care?
Yeah, I'd like to see how many people
roll
notice.
awareness. So you're looking at Brian Telson and the Tall Hearts.
I think Ulrich would much rather be with them right now.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you're able to see that the tall hearts are really just talking amongst themselves. But you do see that Brian Telson definitely notices what's going on with the rest of people in the house. And he's just looking at you with a face that is half concern, half such amusement. He's like, should we be doing something about this? But really, he's mostly just laughing his ass off.
I would like to see if I can extricate myself and stand up again properly.
Okay, roll agility.
Snake.
Yep.
5.
Okay, you still don't succeed in getting her off of your lap. But you start wiggling, so you're starting to able to rock her off.
Oh shit.
Hey, I would. Is there dancing?
No.
Okay.
I've yet to roll
I'm
anything but
just
a
going
9.
to try to recover.
Our agility
by
rolls
asking
are
him
not
to
good
dance.
enough for dancing.
I think I would like to ask him if they have any wine at their table as a recovery.
Any wine?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Oh,
No, roll deception. Because you don't really care. You don't really care. You're just doing this recovery.
9.
Okay, so you're like, do you have any wine over here? And he says, why yes, my lady, we have this flask, and he hands you a skin. I shouldn't say flask. He hands you a skin.
I would like to take a drink of wine and excuse myself back towards the tall hard table.
Okay, roll endurance.
Oh, great.
For the wine.
For the wine.
7.
Okay, so you're drinking fine. And then now, so you're going to try to go back to Mechanist table?
Yeah.
Okay, roll agility.
I turn around and go back to Mechanist table.
Roll agility.
Okay.
You have to roll agility to or get yourself out of the pileup.
I'd like to call our Gaius
15.
over to...
Okay, you're successfully able to navigate through people and get back to the table and sit down next to her.
I'd like to call to my table and ask for somebody to come help me get out.
Okay. So you're calling to Ulfric and and Barabana. Okay, so those two need to roll awareness, and you need to roll persuasion.
I failed, by the way.
15.
I failed hard.
10.
Okay, so you call out, and Ulrich sees you, but Barabana does not.
Okay.
I walk over to Daniel.
Okay, roll agility.
Oh no.
14.
Okay, you are successfully able to surprisingly dodge and weave. It's actually quite beautiful. There's one point
Everybody
where
move!
there's one point as you lift a serving girl above your head and set her down behind you like a ballet, and it's actually quite beautiful as you do it. And then you finally get next to Dino.
I scoop up Daniel.
Okay, roll athletics.
Can I roll strength?
Yeah, you can roll strength.
I scoop up both Daniel and the serving girl.
Oh my. Okay.
$24.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easily.
I think he just shoved me through the ceiling.
So you easily scoop them up, and you scoop them up with one arm. So you're cradling both of them in your arm like a baby, like babies. So yeah. Now what do you want to do?
I want to set them back down.
Standing up.
Oh, please don't. I can't
Yeah,
make
so
him
they
sign
have to stand, but I'll keep my arm around Daniel's shoulder to stabilize him.
Okay. Roll agility to see if you're able to set them back down to the ground, standing up smoothly.
Just gonna knock him. Oh, thank goodness that was a team.
Okay, so
I wave my hand at our guy and tell him to come out me.
so you easily set them both onto their feet, and you have Daniel. You have your armor and Daniel. So you need to roll persuasion, and Ulrich needs to roll awareness to see if he sees.
I'm gonna go back
I
to
just
the
whistle.
table.
I actually just whistle. We have a good communication. I just whistle a certain
You
way
still
and he
need
hears
to
me.
roll persuasion. That'll make the test easier, but you still need to roll persuasion.
No, I actually got a 1.
Okay. Then you
14.
try to whistle, but right as you're about to, another serving person trips and falls, and you just actually end up with a mouthful of turkey leg.
It could be worse.
I take a bite of that turkey leg.
I'm just like, hey!
I would like
Should
to.
I escort Daniel back to our table?
Oh,
Okay, roll agility.
Is that fine with you, Daniel?
I was gonna go over to the Danets finally, but I'm good either way.
Oh, if you want to go there instead, I can
Let's go over to
escort
the Let's go over to the Danets, both of us.
You've got a boner and you're covered in icing and ale.
It'll be so fun.
Can Bob make it there on his own?
No.
Doubt it.
Probably not.
Okay, then I will escort him nearby.
I need my muscle. Do we both
13.
roll agility?
You got 13 on your agility roll? Okay, so you guys make it over next to the Danets. Just fine. So you're sitting down, back with Brian Telson. You're at the bottom of a cluster. Yeah, that's really the easiest way to describe it. Are you going to try to
One more time.
Okay, roll agility.
Nope. Nope. Oh, shit. 8.
No.
Why are you just cutting the die?
You start
Because it's
thrashing
3.
around, but there's to try and get them off of you, but there's no way. There's too many people on top of you.
Can I reasonably assume that he's still on the ground from when I last saw him and just
Yes.
walked over there?
Roll cunning.
Can I roll perception?
Not
As
yet.
to wave my hand at our guys?
So
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I do not.
Ulrich still believes that the last time Ulrich saw Aeth, he had just been scrabbling away from the Cleganes. So Ulrich still believes he is somewhere under a table next to the Cleganes.
Nice.
Well, it gets him closer.
I would like to go over to Adam Dennett and say hello. Welcome to the tourney. It is good to see you.
Okay. Roll. Are you lying about how it's
I'd
good
like to
see
start
you?
an intrigue with him. Can I do that? Or do you have to declare?
See, the thing is, he's not going to want to talk to anyone.
Okay. I'd like to do persuasion on him.
Okay, so what are you gonna say?
It is good to see you. May I talk with you?
Okay. So we're persuasion.
Convince?
Sure.
Balls. 11.
He ignores you.
Okay.
He ignores
I'd
you.
ignore
and-
you too, but I
and
mean,
Ruben
everyone is
Piper-
ignoring us, so...
Actually, I should roll awareness for Ruben. Okay, Ruben Piper does see you, and he's like, "Can I help you with something?"
Yes, I was just hoping to greet your lord and welcome him to the tournament.
Okay, Ruben Piper says, "Well, he's technically no lord of mine, but I'm sure he appreciates your greeting."
I have come across some disturbing news regarding our two houses I wish to discuss with him.
So he knows. So like up to this point, you don't have a Mechanist sigil.
I'm from House Mechanists.
Okay, so you are going to say you're from House Mechanist. So when he hears that you're House Mechanist, because he didn't know before, Adam Dennett turns to you coldly, and he says, "Your craven household will get its just due soon." Until then, I suggest you stay away from me and mine.
I would turn to him and say, with all respect, my lord, I believe you do not have the full information, and if you would only listen to me, I can tell you all you need to know.
Roll persuasion.
$15.
Okay. Instead, Adam Dannett says, No, I know everything that I need to. And he stands up and he angrily throws his mug of ale on the floor. He stands up and then he stands on top of his table. And he shouts, Your Majesty, in the name of my father and my house, I implore you to hear my complaint against these murderers and warmongers. These so-called knights and nobles who would butcher innocent farmers and their families.
God damn it.
They have no
Did you
place
cause
here
this?
except to face the king's justice.
I would like to shout to the king as well.
Okay.
Your Majesty, while Sir Dannet is right to feel angry over the loss of life on his lands, our house is not responsible, and our house grieves the loss of life as well. Please hear our case so that we may give necessary information to this cause.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Regular persuasion?
Convince.
$19.
Okay. King Robert hears you, and you all look at the front of the room where he sits, next to Cersei Lannister and other members of the royal household, and he just glares at you. It appears, actually roll awareness to see if you knew what he was doing before.
I could drink those like every day.
$16.
Okay, so you knew that before you interrupted him. He was having a gleeful time slapping the arses of serving girls as they served him his food and drinking probably a little bit too much. But when he hears Adam Dannett's protest, he sits up in his chair and he just glares down at you, both of you, and he reaches for his goblet and he looks at it to try to take a drink, but his goblet is empty. So he angrily throws it on the ground and he says, 7 hells! Do none of you actually understand what a peaceful feast means? Can't anyone have any peace and quiet around here? And he says, Go on, both of you. Approach me.
Guys, I swear to God, if you're not in the middle of this mix,
I would like to roll awareness to see if I know what's going on so that I can move up towards the front of the room as well.
Okay.
I'd like to roll an agility to get myself up again.
Okay. Roll agility to try and get yourself out under the...
18.
Yes, Ulrich?
Does Daniel need or want an escort?
Yes.
Yes.
He shouldn't. Everybody is going to move out of his way.
Okay, I'd like to approach.
Okay.
I would like Argaius to be near Bob.
That's
I'd like to
Daniel's
You're-
I got an 8.
Okay, you're still not able to actually
18.
yourself. You do see that King Robert is going to listen to both sides, and after listening to both sides, he's going to determine what he's going to do about it. He's probably going to dictate some form of the king's justice.
I would like to move protectively to a place conveniently behind Daniel at the front of the room. I guess he hasn't gotten there yet, but kind of
no,
head up there.
I will make you roll agility for that. It'll be a routine success though.
For both of us?
No, not for you, because people realize that you're the main one.
15.
Okay, you're easily able to get around people. And then, what are you doing, Ulrich?
Does Daniel want me to escort him?
Yes,
Yes, he does.
you
He motions to you to join us.
Then I walk with Daniel.
Okay, roll awareness to make sure, Mark guys, to make sure you saw him. His motion.
12.
Okay, yeah, you easily saw it, and so you're going to approach with them to the front. Okay. Both parties approach and are in front of the king, and the king says, "This is a matter, or the complaint in this case is House Dannett. So House Dannett talks first." So Adam Dannett proceeds to talk about all of the same stuff that you guys know. So they claim that House Mechanist has been a thorn in Dannett's side and been probing them for quite some time. They have dammed a river and intentionally decreased their crop yields and decreased their house wealth. They accuse them of being cravens, even though they weren't able to commit any troops to the rebellion because they just didn't have the manpower at that time. They're having supposed bandit issues, and he claims to have some sort of decree from Sir or Lord Hoster Tully, who is their liege lord in the Riverland, saying that they were excused from having to commit any troops to the rebellion. And he continues to talk about how these unprovoked attacks, and especially these 14 farmers who now lie dead on Dannett lands, and then he holds up a bloodied shield, and it bears the sigil of Home House, and he lays it on the table in front of King Robert, saying, "This was found at the scene of this attack, and I demand justice. I demand justice from these cravens and murderers."
I'd like to roll to get out from underneath the pile again.
During that, they're not serving any more food, so the pile is starting to clear. So the threshold is now quite low to get yourself out.
Shit. 11.
You're able to get yourself out.
Okay, and I would like to make my way to the group again.
Okay.
Wherever our guys is standing, I go directly to him.
Now most people are either like craning their necks or looking at it, so you will have to roll agility to get to the front. It shouldn't be too bad though. If you roll an 11 again.
Great. I made a 13.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
I would like to roll empathy on Adam Dannett to see if he believes he's telling the truth.
Okay.
That would be 18.
He's telling the truth.
Well, he believes he's telling the truth.
He believes he's telling the truth.
Okay.
He's telling things that he honestly believes they occurred.
I would like to address the king.
Okay.
Your Majesty, I come to House Mechanist as an outsider, one who comes from another clan who has since been destroyed by raiders and bandits, by thieves and murderers such as Lord Dannett complains of. I know his complaints are not unfounded, as on our quest to King's Landing we have found some of these poor peasants that have been killed and stolen from by marauders and those without any loyalty to their king or the king's people. Our house has been nothing but loyal to the king. We have committed troops to help suppress the rebellion, and we honor our king through our undying loyalty to you and your line. We would not wish to provoke another house in your kingdom or to cause any more trouble than is necessary. If any of his other claims are true, I know not of them. However, I do know that we are not murderers nor thieves, and we have obtained proof that of who has been murdering these people. Isn't that what the fox was? Yeah.
Okay. So the king listens to both sides, and he mostly just glares between the two of you, and he says, "Who is this claimed witness that you have?"
I'd like to address him, Your Majesty. For many years, there has been
Your Grace, technically.
Your Grace, there has been one last remaining member of the house that has defied you in the rebellion, the Fox Knight, and we have found this man and have brought him to your guards, and he is in your citadel at this time.
King Robert looks at you and he says, "Lord Clayton R.K., the Fox Knight? That man has been a thorn in the King's Justice's side for far too long. However, he is also a known madman and has murdered and robbed his way all across the Stormlands and the Reach of Smallfolk. No, I don't believe his testimony is enough to get you off of these accusations."
Indeed, Your Grace. But we also have obtained a guard who is of sound mind.
7 hells! Did you just interrupt the king?
1,000 apologies.
He motions, and you see 2 members of the King's Guard start to approach. They haven't drawn any weapons, but their hands are on the hilts of their swords. And he says, "Let me fucking finish." And he says, "This matter obviously comes down to a inter-house squabble. It's your word against Adam Dannett's word. The tourney begins on the morrow. We shall instead have a trial by combat. A member of the Dannett household and a member of the Mechanist household shall ride against each other in the joust, as predetermined, and the winner shall be declared the innocent party. May the warrior look down on favor upon whoever on the righteous cause." And so, at that ruling, Adam Dannett and the rest of the Dannets walk out of the Great Hall, and they don't look especially pleased, but they look glad that something's finally being done. And the king grabs the rest of the pitcher of wine, and he staggers out with the rest of the royal entourage. And most people still around you wish you good fortune, but most people are starting to file out now, and a few people are eyeing you warily.
I think we should also file out.
I blend in. I disappear again.
Okay, well.
Is there anything we can find out here about who the Dannets are entering into joust?
You can roll cunning logic.
I will do that.
Shit, I got a 9.
It'll be 6 dice.
I also walk
That's
out.
enough.
Oh,
That's
really?
enough to
Oh,
blend
nice.
in. Yeah, it's easy. There's so many people in there.
Sit back at a table then. A good table. One that's a little more empty.
Are you filing out, or are you sitting back down?
Can I continue drinking?
Because if you sit back down, that's agility. So you said you're going to walk out.
Oh, I guess I'll walk out.
Okay.
Yeah.
25.
Okay, you know that Adam Dan's going to ride. He's the heir of the household. He's the person who leveled these accusations, and he's the most knowledgeable and equipped to ride in the joust.
I hope I don't accidentally kill him in the joust. That would be awkward.
If he's not accidental.
I just hope you can win. That's
Accidental
all I hope for,
tricks.
Madison.
Well, I have 5
Oh no,
dice
he
to roll.
accidentally died.
Yeah.
I have 5 dice to roll for that, so...
Okay. I'm prepared to leave. Anybody else have any other?
I'm also ready to leave.
Okay.
Is anybody of the king's household still on the dais?
No, there's a couple members of the King's Guard still there.
Okay.
You could roll knowledge to see if you know who they are, but they're not going to interact with you really.
Okay. No,
They're just gonna kind of just stand there and make sure everybody peacefully follows out. So you guys are walking out, and as you're walking out, you your two parties somehow come next to the Lugas party.
Oh, wow.
And Nathan doesn't look at you at all, but Orton looks at you and he says, I wish you well, and I am sure that your house will be vindicated on the field of battle.
Wait, time out. Who are these guys again?
The Lucases.
They're the ones that set...
The one that beat you into
the
pulp.
crap out of you.
Got it, cool.
And the
Little
other
ugly.
one who set you up to
Like
be
to
the
roll
baby
empathy
dad.
to find out if that's genuine.
Okay.
I'd like to stick one of them with my knife. I don't really care which
21.
As far as you can tell, it's genuine.
Okay.
Alright, I would like to nod respectfully and continue filing out.
Yeah. I'd like to tell... It was Orton who wished me well.
It was Orton who wished all of you well.
Many thanks, good sir. We shall see how we prevail tomorrow.
He nods to you, and they walk out.
Okay.
You just rolling
Practicing
for
for the joust.
Yeah, for real.
I
Okay.
think... Did you... Yeah, you did heal an injury earlier, didn't
Can
you?
I heal an injury tomorrow as well?
No, I'm going to try and do that for you, because if I get critical, I can heal more than one
You should do
injury.
that.
And you need all of your freaking notches
Yeah.
available.
Let's go to bed. That was a disaster.
Yeah.